Yes, good day. Just a quick market update. Looking at the chart of the major, starting for Bitcoin, we have an interesting movement over the last period, over the last couple of days. Starting with our weekly or daily time frame, let us see what we have been looking at. So far, the last 2-3 days, there have been insignificant movement in the market. Market has been static for some time, but this is what we are looking at. In as much as we remain under this level, under this territory, 9,400 to 9,600, there's no potential move to the upside yet. And by that, I'm not saying we are not breaking 10,005 and start making our way to the likes of $11,000, $11,300. But what we are seeing right now from the chart is that we are still finding it difficult to break above this region, which is very important to the movement of Bitcoin at this point in time. So moving forward, this is what we expect. We're expecting that Bitcoin, this is what I'm looking at. If we tarry longer at this point, I'm seeing us likely to come back and test this region, about $8,800, $8,750. That is what I'm seeing right now. And why is this? Over a long period of time, looking at our chart from the daily time frame which we have now, you can see that a long-term trend line has been broken. You can see a long-term trend line has been broken. And this is very crucial. If we fail to make a daily close inside this region, for me, it is a signal that there's weakness and strength in momentum in Bitcoin market. And as such, we expect a decline at least to this level first. Now, I've been seeing people calling 7,200, 7,800, which is this level, an untapped liquidity point, which we have not visited since we broke out of this region. Now, I do not see us going as low as this yet. Now, we take it one step at a time. Let's see what happens at this region. Let's see how the bulls react at this point. So from now, for me, I'm looking at this region and couple the fact that when we come on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have actually broken this trend line, and an attempt was made about 3-4 hour candles this was a breakthrough, a breakdown of this trend line and a retest. And since then, we have not been able to make our way. So what will change the bias of this downside movement will be for us to make a quick reclaim of this level and stay above this level at least. 9,600, 9,650 region, and that will change our bias. But for now, I see us, we are coming down to the like of $8,700, $8,800. And don't forget, moving into this weekend, we should expect a lot of choppiness, a lot of movements. Now, Bitcoin on one side, I'm looking at some interesting chart for some altcoins, like for instance, but this is for our time frame. Let's change it to 1 day time frame and see what we have here. Now, this is the chart for BAT. On the daily time frame, you see that we actually have a pattern formation here, a falling wedge, and it is known that a falling wedge is characterized with this kind of movement. As we get tight to this tiny area, as it gets tighter, we expect that at a point price will make its way like this and eventually break out of this falling wedge. And this is making sense if we will be seeing Bitcoin fall that much. So for me, a point of interest for BAT, planning to go long, to open a spot long for BAT at this region, as a confluence, is actually coincided with 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So if anything's going to happen here as a drop, if we can dip towards this region and we still maintain this key level, I will consider going long at this point. Why? Because seeing it well on 4-hour chart, we actually see that another time we rejected this trend line, which is 16 price, and we are making our way down. So this place is a point of interest because this place is a very important region, 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. We expect price to come here. So if we can get this place, if I get to this level, I expect to spot long at this point, enter a long position at this point and target this area at the minimum. Yes, at the minimum. Something of this nature. Good risk reward ratio 4.38, just risking about 3.8, and look at the potential profit here. Now that said, for XRP, which is one of my favorites. I so much believe this coin is going to explode. I so much believe. In fact, as at now, I have my long setup activated. I bought in some XRP at this level, and I sold at this level. And most people in our academy knows about this. Now, what I'm expecting is that with that blessing of dropping from Bitcoin, I expect XRP to bleed a little also. And we see what happens at this point. So if we can hold this territory, I plan to go long. But this is not a gospel. It means you should not take it hook, line, and sinker. We'll watch what happens at this point. We watch reaction at this point. We don't just go trying to catch a knife, not minding what happens, all right? But this is actually a good setup that we are waiting to see. For Ethereum, the same thing. If Bitcoin is falling, we expect it to bleed a little also, and it's happening. We expect Ethereum also to find comfort around this region. It can dip a bit below $12 to $14 for Ethereum, but any closure inside this trend line and inside this territory or inside this zone acting as support will be fine by us to take a long and touches the recent highs. So that is just that for today. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and please trade safe and stay safe. Bye-bye.